like a little bit of lobster. A little bit of lobster. What's up, everybody? It is January 18th, 2020. My name is Joe Cronin. This is Corrupted Nation. This transmission is for your ears only. So, here's the thing. What up? Ingy's in the chat. Ingy, what's been up, bro? None of you know about MMA. Nobody knows about MMA that's going to talk about it today, probably. A lot of people are going to be talking about MMA that don't know anything about MMA today. Trust me on that. Be a lot of people just kind of reacting to the fight. So, certainly, if you are somebody who's loving the MMA, make sure you check out somebody who really, really knows MMA. You know what I mean? If you really want to get the breakdown of who Cowboy is and where McGregor is. But what's up to Ingy, man? I haven't seen him in a while, I feel like. It's been up. Jesus, he's like old school. But yeah, Jabroni Jabber Podcast is here. What's up? Juan Espinoza, Steve Callan, what's going on, dude? Ingy, bro, where you been, brother? Fucking casuals, Nerd Bash. What's up, Nerd Bash? What's up, Nerdy? There's a lot of casuals that are going to be watching tonight for them, and that's the thing about UFC. The overall about UFC tonight is going to be the idea of bringing in some casuals to become more mainstream UFC fans. Every time Conor McGregor fights, or somebody with profile or with fame or whatever you want to call it, with a big name fights, and a couple people finally tune in and watch, you know, you have the potential to create a long-term UFC fan. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing about it is, you know, tonight you may finally get for the first time somebody who watches UFC or buys their first pay-per-view event, and they may become a UFC hardcore fan. But they originally were a casual. So we'll see if that happens. But then, of course, there's the casuals who just tune in whenever something big happens. You know? That's also out there. That's more of what a lot of people here are, I feel like. I mean, I've been watching UFC on and off since 1996. But I mean, I'm a lifelong casual, to be honest, of the UFC, because I've probably ordered about 30 events, 30 pay-per-views for the UFC in my life. Probably watched a couple hundred on pay-per-view or on streaming somewhere illegally. So it's like one of those things where, you know, you got to know your role. Know your role out there. The thing about this fight that's going to happen, this is what I'll say because I don't know a ton, but what I can say is a generalized comment, And there's a lot of shit that we're going to talk about here, by the way. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I kind of want to wrap up the week, you know, before the Corrupted podcast tonight. Before Corrupted podcast tonight, I just kind of want to wrap up the week and shit. But I want to talk to you guys about whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. I'm just sitting here having a coffee. It's up to you guys. Cult 9, been watching 10 years. Wow. I mean, I've been watching 25 years casually. Or like 30 years casually. No, not 30. I've been watching 25 years casually, you know? Shout out to the hardcores. Oh, man, this fucking cup. Why would you print the lobster on the other side? I feel like you want to show off your lobster. You know, look at the other side. The other side's fucking blank. This fucking side is blank. What the fuck is the point in that? So unless you're left-handed, if you're a lefty, I mean, I guess if I'm a lefty, oh, you know, look at my lobster, cool. I may have a sip of coffee. You like my fucking lobster? Yeah, there he is. Hey, you like my lobster? Here's my lobster right there. Look at that. You like my lefty lobster? But I'm a righty, so like most of the time I'm picking this up with my right hand. It's nothing but a blank fucking red cup of sprinkled shit. What is that? Who made this cup? Fuck whoever made this cup. Seriously. Who made this cup? I want to know who made it now. Cheesecake Bay. Chesapeake Bay .ltd. Hey, Chesapeake Bay. Go fuck yourself. Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay. You suck, Chesapeake Bay. You made a piece of shit cup. You made a cup of shit. Okay? Fuck your Chesapeake cup. Anyway, last night Tommy made some weird comments that we're going to talk about in a minute. I'll monetize this. My computer's still like freezy. I can tell it's still kind of glitchy and shit. But I think tonight I'm going to run upstairs and grab the get the laptop ready. Get the laptop ready for the experience. Oh, man, it's a mess. What's up, chat? Jabroni Jabber Podcast, what's up? I thought it was cheesecake. I think it's Chesapeake Bay. I don't know. Are they in Canada? Fuck them. If you guys want to be on the show or come on, talk, or do anything, make sure you guys jump on Discord and jump into the on hold section on Discord as always, and I will try to get you in over here. If you can't do Discord and you want to call in, I will have the well, I've got to get Skype open actually, so hang on a minute. I'm going to open up Skype so I have Skype here for us. What a fucking piece of shit cup, says Nerd Bash. No shit, Nerd Bash, right? This shit's bullshit. This shit's bullshit. Yeah, last night, Tommy was really concerned about the KKK. Let's go back and listen to that real quick while I get Skype open for you guys. Yeah, this is last night. I'll monetize this. This can't be over. This is bizarre. God. All right.
I had a thought the other day. I was thinking, wait a minute. You know, the KKK, like they run around.
He was just thinking the other day about the KKK.
And they play with fire. And I'm like, why don't they wear...
It's funny, Tommy plays with fire, too.
Something that's non-flammable. They like wear these very flammable robes, and I'm like,
Who's Tommy being concerned for the KKK?
So, right. So you want to protect the KKK.
So you really want to help the KKK.
They wear these long robes.
You want to supply the KKK with fireproof robes. Am I hearing that correctly?
Response.
Tommy, comment?
Please respond.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine the commercials like, "Hello,
don't filibuster. You're not
a
oh god."
KKK members, a unflammable robe. So when you want to set something on fire and show your ignorance to somebody, come down to the Awondy's shop and buy everything you supply.
What are you?
Awondy is now selling the flammable capes.
Yeah, what are you running?
KKK members and
wait a minute, Tommy. Wait, everybody, hold on a second. Tommy, why? That's a uniform.
Oh, God.
Look who's racist, Joe.
$20 says that was muted.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy, why are the sand N-words wearing selling the Nazi regalia?
Why would you say N-words? Well, Tommy thinks it's funny.
Tommy had the laugh. He loved it. I
Yeah.
just murdered with that. No,
Tommy thought that was a knee slapper.
Tommy, so you think that you think the
I mean,
towel
it's
heads are selling the
confirmed,
Nazi
folks.
outfits? Why are the towel heads selling the Nazi outfits?
Oh God.
I don't know, because they hate each other both.
I
so
love
they-
how Tommy didn't even miss a beat right there. I don't know, man. You're
They
right.
hate each other because they hate each other. What? That was glorious last night. Tommy's concern for the KKK. I mean, it can't be stated enough that obviously, Tommy wants the KKK to be taken care of. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. I understand that. What up, Mezzy Mez? How you doing, man? Why? That's why I'm going Cowboy in 4. I think he'll be able to outlast the onslaught of Conor. I mean, so many people have outlasted Conor. This is a proving ground for Conor. I mean, we're talking about Conor McGregor talked all that shit and lost to that Russian psycho. And then Conor McGregor was like, well, you know what? I lost to, what the fuck is his name? God, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I drawing blanks on people's names right now? But he was like, well, I can't fight in the UFC. I just lost a big UFC fight. I'm going to go fight I'm going to go fight Floyd Money Mayweather and in a boxing fight, in a boxing match. I'm going to go have a boxing match with Floyd Money Mayweather. So then he goes and has a boxing match with Floyd Money Mayweather, and basically this sort of the same issues crop up of his stamina, and he loses that. And now we haven't seen this bastard since then. Well, since he beat up an old guy. Since he punched an old guy in the head. No, not Nate Diaz. He fought Nate Diaz. Oh, yeah, that's right. Khabib. Yeah, he fought Khabib. Conor's mouth is his best moneymaker. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Patrick. I mean, he did win, though. No, I mean, McGregor was good. He was really on a hot streak. McGregor was on fire for a while. So his mouth was running, it was killing it. He was backing it up. When you can run your mouth and be hilarious and then back it up, that's pretty crazy. People really like that. And if he had stepped away before the Khabib fight, he would have been it would have been, pretty epic, you know what I mean? I mean, he beat Nate the second time, right? Though I mean, I forget which one he beat him. He lost and then he beat him. But that's at least, you get your payback there. But, he'd have to fight Khabib again. And that doesn't look like, This is a win-win for the UFC because if Conor McGregor wins, then it's like, oh, Conor's back. He can fight again, and we'll see who he fights next, and he'll be an entertaining guy. But if he loses, then it kind of puts Cowboy on the map, right? So now Cowboy is kind of this... everybody's kind of enamored and like, oh, who's this? What's he going to do? He's mysterious, kind of. And I'm talking about the casuals, like the people that are watching casually that don't know any of this shit. They're just watching because McGregor's fighting again. McGregor's back. He's fighting again. I don't think I talked about UFC 245. I think I talked about UFC 244. I think the last time we all talked about UFC, I think it was 244 because I don't think I did anything on 245. I don't think. But I don't really remember. I believe that I think Donald's had more fights than McGregor too. I think he's had a lot more fights than McGregor. So I mean, it's a really experienced guy. That's what it comes down to. If you count everything, I think if you count everything, you put them all together, it's a welterweight main event. And the guy's had more fights than Conor, I think. I think a lot more fights than Conor. So it's going to be really interesting, man. It's a lot of experience. A lot of experience in there. Yori, the Don. What's up, Don? How you doing, man? How's everybody doing in the chat? How are you guys? When I'm done with this stream, I'm going to work on getting my laptop down here and getting that all hooked up so I don't have any problems tonight. Yeah, 40-plus fight experience. Yeah, Zach McNulty knows. Last I remember on this channel was Diaz and Jorge for the BMF belt. Yeah, that's right. That was a fun night. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty fun nerd bash. No doubt, man. And I'm a pretty big I'm a casual, man. I mean, I'm a pretty big casual. I don't know shit, about most things. You know what I mean? I've been watching UFC since 1995, but I'm a pretty big casual. I mean, I'm not going to pretend like, I mean, some people come on, they pretend like they know everything. I mean, a lot of people are fans just reacting to the fight, for the whatever. I'm no expert on shit. I can tell you what I think based on what I'm looking at, but that's about it. But I have been watching the UFC and MMA since 1995, and I've always been off and on with it. And I've always loved a lot of the combat sports and things like that, but yeah, I just haven't done a ton of it, but I could. Yori the Don says, would you commentate for MMA if given the opportunity? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course I would. Absolutely. That's how Moro got in the door, you know what I mean? That's what I would do. Absolutely. That would be insanely fun to commentate. I'd end up doing a lot of studying, though. A lot more studying. A lot more learning about a lot of things. If that was the case, though. What up, man? How you doing? How's Khalil Bama doing? Khalil Bama, what's up? Matt Moon, how you doing, Matt? Ed's view. If Connor's stamina doesn't last, he's going to be kicked in the head by Cowboy. Yeah, that's his problem, man. Conor McGregor's stamina is a big question. Over the last, it's always been a question, but over the last 5 fights, it's really fucked up. Dummy, you can call, bro. Call up or go on Discord. If you guys want to be on the show right now, if you want to be on for a few minutes or call up or whatever, all the donations are on. You can chime in with that, or you can jump in on Discord or fucking Skype or whatever you want to do. But yeah, man, it's McGregor's stamina. That's the big issue. That is a huge issue. If he doesn't win within 2 rounds, he's done. Yeah, I could buy that. He's definitely got to win early. He's got to try to win early because, yeah. He does have that comeback, though. He does have that, kind of last, shot of juice where he does come back if the other guy's stumbling. Zach McNulty, I got you, Joe, if you need help with any loose. Yeah, man, I always need that. Let me jump on the phone real quick. 718 a hump on you. My bad. That was my fault. 203, hello.
What's up, Joe? Wacker Zach here. How's it going?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just jacked up for tonight. I mean, $90 for a pay-per-view that, everybody's really only excited to see one fight on it.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't like the last fight. I mean, the last pay-per-view, it was...
No, most cards are stacked. This one isn't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the only thing I can think is that you'll be, if there's a fight that happens that surprises or whatever, because, yeah, there's nothing.
They got Pettis in the beginning, Pettis to open up, and then I know a women's fight dropped late this week because the girl missed weight. Oh. So, there's a heavyweight fight in the middle, and then women's co-main event. So it's a shaky card, especially if Conor and Khabib doesn't deliver.
Yeah, and that will close the show. And if everything's been bad, and then that closes, I mean, holy shit, that'll be $90. You'll feel like you just got raped.
Exactly. Especially if you're only a casual and you just want to see Conor and you're just there waiting until midnight to see Conor come out, and you don't care about none of the other guys.
Who's Pettis fighting? Diego or somebody? I think.
For Ferreira. He's got 3 names.
Diego Ferreira and
Diego Lima,
So Diego, if I know Diego's team, I don't know if he has a loss or he has 1 loss. Like Diego's doesn't have many losses.
Couple losses, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay, it's pretty close. I thought. Oh yeah, he's got 2, 16-2. Diego.
16-2. Yeah.
Anthony Pettis, still 22-9. He's kind of got a lot of losses.
I mean, he should, that should start it off, and that should make for a good fight. Pettis always freaking brings it. It's always a good fight. So that should set the card off to a nice start. But yeah, if the rest of the card starts to lack, Conor and I said earlier on your tweet, I think Cowboy will finish him in the fourth. If he can outlast Conor's big shots. I think he could tire Conor out and basically do what Floyd did in a boxing match, but in a UFC fight.
Yeah, man, if you're watching that, I'd just watch those fights, and that's it, because he gets so tired. And but yeah, if he wins,
you just got to gas him out, and you just got to take the hits.
Yeah, I mean, Conor needs to win though. Conor really needs to win.
He needs this win. Where else could you go after this? I mean, after this, I would just say if you lose, hang it up. Go do whatever you're doing, sell your whiskey, and then maybe if you want to come and do something in the WWE in a couple of years. But there's nothing else he needs to do in the UFC if he loses this fight. Yeah,
I would just keep, because you want to, you'd rather retire with the record pretty good, 20, whatever it is. Yeah, what's he, 25-5 or 4, 24-4 or something like that?
Four losses, I want to say. Yeah, 23-4, something like that. Yeah, you're right around there.
Yeah. Oh, he's 21-4. 21-4. So yeah, you don't want to become 21-5 and 6 and fuck that.
Right, and get known for, he won 2 belts, never defended them, and he just kept losing.
Yeah. I mean, we know he's not fighting Khabib tonight. I think somebody said the wrong thing. We know it's not Khabib.
I said Khabib by accident and I corrected myself. Cowboy.
He's fighting a Cowboy, yeah. He's fighting a guy. Yeah. All you need to know is he's fighting a guy named Donald. That's all you need to know. He's fighting Donald Duck tonight. He's going to fight Donald Duck tonight in Resurrection.
I'll tell you what, Cowboy is a freaking beast. He's the heart and soul of the UFC. So if he beats Conor, Dana said he'll be in title contention if he beats Conor. And if Conor wins this welterweight fight, he will get what he wants, which is a rematch at 155 with Khabib.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. So without even winning a lightweight fight, he can have a lightweight title match with a win.
I don't think, after what I saw, that Conor McGregor can beat Khabib, but, can you imagine if he did, though? Can you imagine if he got back to Khabib and ended up beating Khabib somehow, which I don't believe he can, but
crazy.
Whoa, that would relaunch his career. That would relaunch his shit.
Yeah, he'd be a legend at that point. That's just
because
ultimate legend. Khabib's so well-rounded that it's just going to be it's going to be a problem. The only person I think that has the chance to beat Khabib is the person that's facing him next, Tony Ferguson. Yeah. I think that'll be a good fight, and I think that out of all the lightweights, he has the best possibility of getting to Khabib.
Yeah, I mean, dude, tonight's going to be trouble for Conor even tonight. I mean, dude, he's facing a guy who's this dude, and thank you for the call, man. Great call. This guy he's facing tonight is this guy's for real, dude. Donald is even better than I thought. I said he's like a veteran with a lot of experience. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. 36, 13-0 for Donald Cerrone. 36, 13-0. That's crazy. That's a lot of experience. 36 fights. He won 36 fights. He's had almost 50 fights. Conor McGregor's had, 25. Conor McGregor has half the experience that Donald has. Right? It's crazy. If I'm right, I mean, I think I'm right. And yes, I mean, but if Conor McGregor can beat him and somehow get to Khabib, that would be amazing. But even for Conor McGregor just to get back to Khabib would be a pretty big win for McGregor to get back to Khabib. But if he can't win this fight, he's not going to get to Khabib. I mean, I get the whole, if this was wrestling, like pro wrestling, WWE, he could just be like, I want my rematch, but that's not how it's going. So, beat this guy, maybe beat another, and then maybe you're facing maybe Khabib again. But I don't even think he could beat Khabib. So it's going to be a long hell of a... This is like in a movie, like when Superman faces the bad guy and the guy finds the kryptonite and almost kills Superman. but then Superman, before he fights Lex Luthor again, or before he fights the main villain like Lex Luthor, he has to like beat up. He has to come back and take out some smaller guys first before he can get back to proving that he can beat Lex Luthor, or before he figures out the kryptonite situation. He doesn't even know yet what's going on. That's kind of like what's happened here with McGregor and Khabib. So, I mean, it's just somebody brought that up in the chat, so I figured I'd talk about it. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one, I think, tonight for McGregor. If he loses this one, yikes. I mean, but Khabib really, stamina and wrestling ability. Let's go to Discord. Oh, Dummy's on Discord. What up, Dummy?
What's up, Joe? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. You were looking sexy last night on Monetize This. You had that little just twinkle in your eye last night,
Yeah, I always got a little twinkle in my eye,
you got a little tinkle in your eye.
Yeah.
Did you know you have a tinkle in your eye?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just now finding this out.
Yeah, you got a tinkle in your eye. Oh, wait, I got a fucking donation here I got to play. Oh, my green screen. Oh, my green screen. It's all fucked up. I'm not supposed to be showing you my green screen right now. I don't know why that's on there. I never use it. I got to start using it more. Dilk Wilkerson hasn't made an appearance in a while.
I was thinking he was dead.
Dilk is dead. Yeah, I think I brought him on one night. People wanted him, and then I brought him on one night, and it just kind of was weird, and I was like, all right, I think that's done. But, you never know when he could reappear. Whenever we want somebody to come on and be basically a racist idiot, I guess he could come back. Let's see what we got here.
Billy, you cunt! Frog off!
I just want to point out the obvious fact that Cowboy is probably the silliest name for a UFC fighter in history. Is he gonna ride into the fight on a horse or something? That would actually be pretty funny.
That would be pretty cool. Actually, Dirty Sock, it'd be really cool if Cowboy rode in to the UFC octagon carrying a steel dildo. Imagine that, for no reason. Like, for no reason.
Yeah,
he's
why not?
And he's holding it, and he's got a crazy look in his face as he's carrying a steel dildo to the octagon. That could be really fun.
He might as well do it, to be honest.
I think he should do it. I think he should do that. I think that'd be an intimidation thing. I think it's a power move. Him carrying a steel dildo to the fight.
Cowboy's already intimidating as it is.
Yeah. Well,
put that dildo on him, he's even more.
He's got that Undertaker vibe right now.
Yeah, he seriously does. I've actually met him before.
Really? In a sex camp?
He's from Colorado.
In a sex camp?
No, I wish.
Testicle festival.
Wait, you wish?
No, but
Jesus.
No, but for real though, he's a really cool guy. Back when I was doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu in high school, they opened a new gym down here, and it's Jackson's, which is where he used to train. He doesn't train there anymore. He left, but he came by and like gave us like a ceremony, showed us a couple things. He's a cool fucking dude.
Well, I mean, cowboy this, cowboy that, but in the end, your name is still Donald, so.
Yeah, his name is still Donald.
Yeah, I mean,
That's probably why he goes by Cowboy,
Yeah, like I call myself Badass Cronin, but it's like my name, but at least I have a name, Dan and Joe. Those are kind of just regular. But I mean, Donald?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, bro.
Donald's not very intimidating.
Your name's fucking Donald,
At all.
dude. Come on. Like, let's not pretend we're that cool.
No, seriously. I mean, the dude's a badass. I mean, look at his fight record. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome record, man. I mean, I know that 13 losses, but 36 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that's badass about that. I feel like none of the casual people or a lot of people even know him or know of him. Like, people are talking about him like, who's he fighting? It's like, what? This guy's fought like 50 times. You've never heard of him? Ever?
Everybody knows him in Colorado because he's from here, but I guarantee if you go anywhere else, like casuals don't know who he is. They're like, who? Cowboy who?
Right.
But this dude's like the peak of being called a veteran who's still kind of in their prime and who's still kicking ass. I mean, the dude's 36.
He's
and
older
he's
than
still
me.
at the top league.
This guy's older than me in fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's old as shit.
And he was fucking ranked like 4th best lightweight in the world at one point, I believe. Just a couple months ago before he lost to Gaethje. Like, he's fucking insane. I'm
at the level right now where, like, because I remember being, I remember in 2003 when I used to talk about hockey, and, whenever you talk about one of the veterans on the team, it'd be like the old timer. You'd be like the 35-year-old. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, the 35-year-old, the old timer. And it's weird because 35 isn't that old, but on a hockey team, 35 is like the wily veteran almost. Like, it's almost like 40 is, but 35 even is like, oh, that guy's like, he doesn't have many years left. Most people, hockey players kind of retire pretty early. Like, I mean, not as early as maybe some football players, but, by 35.
You don't see them make it to 40.
In UFC, yeah. In UFC, you can make it, but because, you're just fighting once every whatever. And, in football, normally you don't make it that long. And in baseball, I guess, you can make it a pretty long time. But,
yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a heavy contact sport, While as like NHL and NFL is contact all the way.
Yeah, you're always skating. You're always getting hit. I mean, in hockey, though, the thing about hockey is it feels like the people are still able to stick around. As long as you can still kind of skate, you can make it around. But, I mean, the game's so fast now that I think it's becoming harder. It's kind of like wrestling, pro wrestling, how the guys are flipping, flopping all over the place. And it's like, you're not going to be able to do that like the same length as the other veterans. Like Hulk Hogan can still come out, do his gimmick, 10 years ago and drop a leg. Is John Morrison going to do Starship Pain when he's 58? Like, I don't know.
He might.
I mean, maybe, but I'm not sure. So it's the same thing with hockey now. Back years ago with hockey, guys would come out there and they would skate, like lumber around kind of, so you could make it older. You could be playing for a longer time. Now it's like the game is so fast. Once your knees start wearing out and shit, by the time you're 40, you're not going to be able to keep up with those guys at all.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like, kind of circling back to MMA, you see them like fight maybe, like an average is about 3 times a year, but you don't see all like the training that goes into it and the sparring and whatnot, because their bodies are most of the time always beaten up all the time. It's very rare that a fighter goes into a fight 100% healthy without any injuries.
Yeah, man. And hey, Hurricane Moon, everybody in the chat, have a fucking beer for Hurricane Moon. If you're drinking already, then you're a goddamn beast. Thank you, Hurricane Moon. Yeah, you're a nasty one. Hey, Black Lab last night dropped like $300. I got to shout out Black Lab. Thank you, man. That was fucking crazy. Crazy bastard.
It was a good night last night.
It was weird. It was a weird night, but like, it was fun.
Yeah, Tommy appreciating the KKK was kind of weird, but
yeah, that was a little strange. Or like, he wasn't. I don't think he was appreciating the KKK, but he was trying to help them.
Yeah, it was like, here, have non-flammable robes.
I'm like, Tommy, why the fuck are we telling the KKK tips? And besides, Tommy's the one who set a fucking thing on fire. He's the one who needs a tip on how to not set a fucking fire.
Oh yeah, he burned down the Appalachian Mountains.
Yo, yeah, he burned down the Appalachian Mountains. Now, I believe the fights don't start until 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So the fight...
That is correct.
Yeah, so it's like, it's labeled 6 p.m. I think that's for like arena. I don't know why that's... It says Eastern time 6 p.m., but it's not. It's 10 p.m. tonight. So that's the thing that sucks about these fights is tonight, I will be live with all you guys reacting to the fight as always, or usually. About 70% of the time I'm able to do it. So tonight we will do it again. But then we're going to do the Corrupted podcast. So that's the other problem. Then the Corrupted podcast comes on. My daughter's birthday party is tomorrow, and all these people are coming over, so I have to like be up early too. So it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to, Corrupted might not be 3 hours tonight. It may be like more like a strong 2 hours, So we'll see what happens tonight. But Randy Couture.
Yeah, because the fight.
Yeah, go for it.
The fight probably won't be on till like, I don't know, by like midnight or almost 1 a.m. your time, depending on how long the other ones go.
Yeah, probably. Normally it seems like the fight goes until 1, but it goes later. It usually goes like to 1:30 or something.
Oh, fuck, I can't imagine that.
Tennis Racket Jones, thank you for the birthday wishes, man. She's 6. Hit that like button. But yeah, so we'll be live. I'm going to be live on Joe Cronin Show, though, tonight, not here. So just a reminder about that. So if you're like, where's...
Randy Couture was 50.
He was 50.
Or 43, I think.
He was old.
When he won the UFC title. Yeah, he was old. Well, he was old, and back then, you know, there's a lot of speculation that he was roided, like, completely up, because the testing back then was almost non-existent, if it was there.
Yeah,
So-
he might have been, but he was a big fitness guy. So knowing what he knew in the fitness and getting in there isn't too crazy of a thing.
No, and I mean, it's not like it's Pride, which was the Japanese kind of MMA organization, to where like they had virtually no testing, to where you could be like, it's almost as if they encourage you to take fucking steroids and go for it.
You know, jumping from UFC over to ONISION, which is a weird thing to do. You know, like whenever something happens with him, he goes on to his Discord for his like. It used to be his patrons, but now that he lost Patreon, he does it with his like YouTube subscriber people.
Mhm.
And like it's weird because I listen to it, and it's like every time I listen to him after some kind of scandal or fight or whatever, he goes and talks to his fans that like him, and it's all like kids.
That's
And
very strange.
It's like creepy. Like I'm like, wait a minute. Like, and I know that he's, you know, it doesn't mean he did anything, but I mean, just listen to this for a second. This is some guy who uploaded the Discord.
What did he yell? What did he yell?
He was like, he yelled maybe 15 different things.
What did he say?
What kind of things?
Now's the time to talk. If you want to meet somewhere else, you should let me know. I know you're in there, Kai.
Why did he come to your house? That's so weird.
Allegedly.
All right. So that's just some of it. But it's like all these young kids. I don't know how old they are. I don't even know. I'm just guessing. Like 18, 15.
Why do they like his content, though? That's really weird.
I mean, it's okay. Like I don't know. Like he's kind of like, some of the stuff he does is weird. I kind of like it, but some of the stuff is stupid. But like, I mean, to be honest, like my old YouTube channel from 2007 to 2012, it's kind of like what he does. It's kind of like what I used to do. But I was like, oh, this is weird. I'm going to stop now and I'm going to do something else. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, he's famous for that meme and then all the other stuff. And he's always in the news. So then people go over, they check him out. You know, I don't know. He's always been popular. But I mean, to have this big group of people, and then every time something happens, he comes in and like talks to them, and he's like, hey, did you see what happened? But it's like he's talking to all people. Like, let me see if I can hear more voices. I don't know.
But you guys should be excited. I'm about to release the bloopers from all my freak out videos.
Can I ask you about a white elephant in the room?
What?
Go ahead.
So in the call, basically, he's talking about how Chrissy works in America.
This is some guy named Augie RFC, like reacting.
Or especially a partner their drama channels.
I don't know. But anyway, so he's like telling, you know, his listeners this stuff, and it's like they're all like got like little voices. Like pretty much. So like if I was ONISION, and I have some younger listeners, but if I was ONISION and something happened to me, and I went into my like Discords or my whatever the fuck conversations, Skype, whatever it is, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna have a hangout with all you right now. I'm gonna tell you about some stuff, and I come in, and it's like everybody's a kid. Like that would honestly depress me. You know what I mean? Like it would, because I'd be like, what am I doing? What the fuck? Where are the older people? You know,
Why
like,
is it all these little kids?
Yeah, why do I have all of these little kids? Like, I mean, I have younger listeners, so like if I come into a Discord and there's like somebody and he's like, oh, I'm 15 or whatever, I'm like, oh, cool, all right, whatever. But like if I came in and there was like 9 only kids, you know, and I could see if I was kids content, if I was targeted towards kids, I would be like, okay, this makes sense. So I'm not creeped out by this at all. Like I'm targeted towards, you know, I do a channel on toys, or I do a channel on you know, like pop stars or something that was like teenagers or something. So like I'd be like, okay, yeah, I have there's a lot of entertainers who have kids audiences. There's a lot of everybody does. Lots of singers, rock bands, whatever, and their audience is mostly teenagers. That's normal. That happens. That's fine. I was a fan of tons of people. None of them were teenagers. They were older people. But so I guess my point is, like, that makes sense. But if I was doing the videos that he does, like, I'd be like, this is all that's gravitating towards my shit that likes me or that wants to talk to me. Only kids? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what is happening?
Well, I mean, it's like me. Like, I started listening when I was, I think, 13 or 14. Just about. So that'd be like if you had, like, 30 of me's only in your Discord, and that's it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, too many. Too many is what creeps me out.
Mm-hmm. You can have a couple. Like, I bet you still have, like, more younger listeners. But at most of it's probably in that 18 to 30 range, just about, you know?
Testicle Festival.
Yeah, I think that, and then my average audience, if I look at the audience score, it's actually gone up. To be honest, it's gotten a little bit older. In fact, my audience average age has gone up so much that I actually got a little scared recently, and I was like, ooh, I got to start, like, trying to, this is the first time I've ever had to say this. I have to start appealing to a younger audience a little bit because my audience started to get older. I noticed the other day, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, because that's not good either. You don't want, like, as a business or as a personality or whatever, you don't want to start growing old with your audience. You need to keep creating new people. Like, and I'd like to keep creating newer audience members, preferably from the 18 and 23 category. I need a lot more 18 and 23-year-olds to start discovering me. And instead, it went from average audience age of, I think, 24. And now when I look at the average audience age, it says 27. So that's
going up.
I'm like, ooh, that's not good. I gotta start. I mean, it's good. It's fine. That's not too bad. It's just like, let's get that. We need to get that down a little bit. Joe, have a good AARP show. You're right. I know I gotta have a good AARP show. Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about something? Want to talk about Dude, I've seen those things, and I want to bash the person's head in who does, like, anybody, even the girls, even the women who are like,
they're pretty dumb. They're pretty bad.
The worst is the reactions when they get a donation, like when they get donations and they're like sitting there and they're like, oh my god, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, why did you do that? Oh my god. Like, it's like, what the fuck am I? The fuck is this? Oh my god, I gotta go look them up because they're too funny.
They're terrible.
Where are they? They appeared on my stream.
They get recommended to me all the time, and I just want them to go away.
No, there's a new thing on my Streamlabs where they remember they show you, like, the reaction to the donation. Well, now they show you, like, like top whatever other people's donations. It's weird. So if, like, a big donation comes in, can you, like, go to the timestamp? Is that kind of how it works? I think it's only if it's on Twitch.
Only on Twitch, okay. So that's Streamlabs then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it because it's like so, like, oh my god, it's like enraging. I'm like, I want to punch this guy. And I wish I could find the person who did it, but I can't. Their stream, it's not on Streamlabs anymore, but I was watching him the other day and I was just like, is this really happening? Like, this is really happening. It was called, like, I don't know, it was called, like, highlights or something, and I don't see it anymore. I wonder if they removed it. I think they removed it.
Maybe you should start doing ASMR, Joe.
I mean, maybe I should. But you know what I want to do? I want to do ASMR where I'm like, hey, everybody, welcome to the show. And then, like, after, like, 3 minutes, be like, ah! Just into the microphone, and just so anybody's sitting there, like, turning it way up, and they're like, oh my god. Probably probably gay men. Not really women are going to watch me. And I'm very ugly to gay men, maybe. But I'll be like, what's up, guys? I remember my first gay experience. And I got to tell you guys, I really want a guy. I really want a man. And so today I'm gonna talk to you while I pet the microphone. So I'm just gonna keep petting the microphone like this. You guys like when I pet the microphone? So now I'm gonna stroke the microphone up and down like that. And then I'd be like, ah! Like into the fucking mic.
Make sure you're wearing headphones for this experience.
Yeah, make sure the headphones are really turned up, because in a minute I'm gonna do something that you really cannot hear unless you hit the large frequency, a long frequency, very long frequency. It's just like freak the fuck out of people. Holy shit.
Seriously.
Joe, I said AARP, not ASMR. Yeah. Well, now you know why. Now you know why I didn't do so well in high school. Okay, motherfucker.
Can't read.
But yeah, let's have a coffee for Hurricane Moon, who subscribed earlier. Guys, if you want to call, I'll put you on. You just got to come into the Discord server, and I put the server in the chat as well. Let me just get it again.
Yeah, let's go on hold. I'll let them know.
Yeah, where the fuck is everybody? We're having a goddamn party here. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Wait, why is the old donation playing? What happened to fucking Streamlabs?
What the fuck?
Poo 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 pee.
Oh my god, dude. Gorilla Strong! What's up, Gorilla Strong? Why did the old donation play? Gorilla Strong, what's up, brother? Oh, I know why the old one played.
That was weird.
Because I didn't disable the old one. So it's a chance on what you get. Wow, Gorilla Strong, thank you, man. Oh, we got to play the new one. Fuck that one. That one's the fuck up. Now I fucked up the fuck up. How the fuck did I fuck up the fuck up? But fuck of a fuck. Gorilla Strong, thank you, man. Gorilla, baby. Hey, Gorilla, as soon as that donation goes off, I'm going to re-send it off so we can hear the new one. So that's bullshit. We got to hear the new one. What's up, the Aunt Eater? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jabroni Jabber's going to come on later, I think, so that'll be cool. All right, let's try it again. There it is.
Stop punching my car! Stop punching my car! Oh my god! Stop punching my log! Oh my god! Stop punching my car! Oh my god, stop it!
Poo 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 pee.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Even Drew
That's
liked
how Connor's
it.
been training.
That's how Connor trains. Yeah, this is how Conor McGregor trains.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Punching people in the dick. Oh, yeah, you are. Drew.
Boom. Like, she's just going to town. Dude, I saw that GIF by accident. I was looking for stuff for Drew about the nuts, and that came up, dude, and I just kept staring at that. I was like, what is this from? Why is this happening to this person?
Yeah, what's the context behind this?
Yeah, just like go to beat the shit out of my balls. It's so weird.
It's a fetish thing.
It is. Elias is very excited in the chat because Bruins fan and a Leafs fan are together. Yeah. Well, as long as you're not a Canadiens fan, then we can be friends. As long as you're not Montreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck Montreal.
I think the great Kali Dono is still there, Perp. It may not show, but it's still there. You know, I have to reset the Blackhawks. I have to refresh the donation list. I think the JCS one is right, but I think the one here is wrong. The UFC pre-show is probably on already. Yeah, I see that. I'll be live again. For the people that don't know, my other channel, Joe Cronin Show, with 67,000 subs, that's the channel I do sports on, so mostly wrestling, but a little bit of MMA. So I'm going to be live on there tonight for the MMA stuff. So just make sure you come over there tonight, not here.
And you're doing Corrupted?
And then Corrupted will be right after that. Yeah, which is Corrupted is our weekly podcast we do on my Patreon. You'll get a YouTube link if you join the Patreon. You'll get a YouTube link and you guys can listen tonight. It's about 3 hours long. And if you want to get a sample of it, just look up Corrupted Podcast, episode 133 or 134. One of the two of them, I forget which one. I think 133. I uploaded it to YouTube. I uploaded it to iTunes and Spotify, so it's just so you can sample it, see if you like it. If you like it, it's $1 every month. $1. $2 if you want to download the audio and listen to the audio MP3. So, yeah, if you can do $2 a month, that'd be great. Love to have you guys. You guys fund my show, get me paid, and, all that shit. And you can hear all the bonus stuff. There's my plug.
It's worth it for Corrupted alone. Seriously.
Yeah, if you're a $5 patron, you get Corrupted and all the other shit. So, I mean, I think you're just missing Honestly if you're in the $10 tier. So, I'm going to be doing a Final Frontier as well, which I don't know if we're going to change the name of that. I might change the name of that to something else, but I'll be doing that this week too. Also, speaking of that, did you see the space outfits that came out?
Space outfits?
Yeah, remember how Donald Trump said he's launching the first ever...
Oh, yeah, the Space Force? They have the outfits already?
They have the Space Force outfits.
Let me see this. I got to look this up.
Look at this. No, I got it right here. Well, you'll have to watch the stream, but yeah, look it up. It's not good. It's not. It's this. Look at this. This is a fucking...
Up, so just give me a second.
It's just an army jacket. Why isn't it gray or blue or black? Black, I would have thought. Maybe
it's green?
Yeah, it's just camo. Like they're going into the forest.
But space is dark.
Yeah, I don't understand this.
What the fuck? That looks terrible.
Can you imagine being part of the Space Force and it says Space Command and you're like, this is going to be so awesome. We're going to be like the futuristic soldiers. And then you just get a regular camo jacket.
I don't even understand the point of it to begin with.
You're like, the Navy looks better than this. Like, everybody looks like, why the fuck do we look just like the Army? What are we going to... I think this is my conspiracy theory about this. Space Force sounds so awesome and cool, right? But no matter what you sign up for, Army, military, whatever you sign up for, you're part of the government, you're part of the fight, you signed on, that's it. So here's my guess, is this is a big trap, right? So all the people out there who would never join the military and would never join anything, they are joining because they're like, I know, but I want to be part of the Space Force. Everybody does. Who the fuck doesn't? Even if they came to me and said, hey, listen, you have a chance to be on the Space Force, I'd be like, fuck, are you serious? I've always wanted to be involved in space. Oh, my God, but I don't even have a diploma for things. No, it's okay. You can still be part of the Space Force. Fucking yes! Sign me up. But then they actually trick you because now they're going to send all the Space Force people to just fight the regular wars on Earth. And it's just a big fucking scam to get people to be in the Army.
Earth is technically space, right?
Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a big fucking scam.
Serious, that's fucking funny. I didn't even think of it like that.
That's I'm telling you, what the fuck other reason is? Why else would this be like this?
Especially with the uniforms looking like that, like, dude, you're just joining the Army. You're not joining any fucking Space Force.
Yeah, everybody that signed up for this is like, oh no. Like, hey, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? You're gonna be the Space Force. We ran out of soldiers, so go call the space. Anybody in the Space Force is gonna be directed to Afghanistan. Okay, just for the meantime. Oh, whoa, Mr. Trump, I didn't sign up for that. I signed up to be in space. I signed up for space. You will be in space, but right now you're gonna go to Afghanistan and you're gonna work on the you're like, nah. These look worse than the fucking Navy or the Air Force. You'd rather be in the Air Force than the Space Force, but the Space Force sounded cooler.
Well, Navy's always surrounded by seamen.
Oh. That's pretty fucking funny. I mean, they're like, Hurricane Moon in the chat goes, and he's a brand new sub too. Hurricane goes, so it's the fancy reserves, a dad's army. Yeah.
Practically.
That's how they got all the 40-year-olds to get back into the Army. It's amazing.
Hey, you want to be in the Space Force?
That's a great
What's
fucking idea.
What's that one fucking movie?
Oh, yeah.
With, like, the giant bugs and shit.
Storm Troopers. What's it called? Space Troopers?
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you mean you're not talking about Men in Black? You're talking about Stormtroopers?
No, that's not Stormtroopers. It's like that. It's not that old, but like, I don't know. It's like, fuck, I cannot think of it, but I know they fight fucking bugs in it. Let me see real quick.
You're thinking of Starship Troopers, then?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Starship Troopers. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Honestly,
I couldn't remember Starship. I kept saying Storm, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah, fucking Starship Troopers. That's what I was thinking, you know?
Yeah.
Not this.
I think I'm onto something. I really do.
Go fight
seriously.
in Afghanistan.
You'll be going to Afghanistan. Never mind, you're going to Afghanistan. And you already signed on, and you signed the contract and all this stuff. So, like, you either have to get a you'll be court-martialed, or you'll have to go to a hearing. Otherwise, you're a deserter.
Yeah, I mean, you can get discharged for mental health reasons now, but that's about it.
Very
like,
strange.
You have to, like, actively attempt to commit suicide in order to leave.
Yeah, but then and then there's like repercussions after it.
Yeah, then you might be labeled. You might either get an honorable or dishonorable based on the effects. It's kind of weird how they do it. And if you get that dishonorable, then you can't join like fucking a ton of shit afterwards.
Yo, Gorilla Strong, thank you, man, for dropping that $21, dude. That donation kills me. Dummy, what's your IQ level? Bullfrog wants to know what your IQ is.
I think it's 5. The last time I checked.
No, if it was 5, you'd be right now. You'd be like.
I'm like that most of the time.
No, I don't. I think what is it? Below 95 is like you have a major disability.
I've never taken an IQ test, so I can't really say.
I took one when I was younger, and then I didn't know. I don't remember. They said it was average. So then I took another one as an adult. We already been over this, but I took it, and I got I averaged a 115. I got a 118, a 110, and a 115, and a 1 something. And so I just went with the average of 115. But you really aren't supposed to take it as an adult. You're supposed to take it when you're younger. But so, you know, that's just average. It's on the lower end of average, I think, or middle end of average. I mean, I'm an idiot.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never taken one. So
I think that I wonder what you would get. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. I think Tommy, we've tested Tommy multiple times, and he's come out on the 105 range or 100 range. So that's
borderline. Yeah.
Well, dude, like I told this story a million times, but the funniest thing ever was when my friend took it, and he's kind of like a goof, and he takes it and he goes, "Dude, I just took it. I don't know what this means though." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Is 85 good?" And I went, "Dude, I think you're retarded. Like, I think 85 is like you're retarded or something."
That's on the spectrum, I'd say.
I think it is. I really do. I really think it is on the spectrum, which is fine.
To be. I mean,
oh my god.
I mean, I made it into college, but almost anybody can do that now.
I made it in, but dude, I made it into college.
Yeah, I mean that's not much.
I mean, I have a GED from high school, but I mean the thing to keep in mind with me is again that like first of all I passed the GED, which was easy. I passed the MCAS test. Now the MCAS test for the state of Massachusetts, you know, you have to pass the MCAS before you can go to 12th grade. So I couldn't even go to 12th grade. I think it was unless I passed the MCAS. So I passed the MCAS for that, and I passed it again in 12th grade or whatever. And then I passed the GED, but the GED was easier than the MCAS test. And then the college I went to would only allow me to join the college if I passed their test, their entrance exam or whatever. So I passed that. So I passed everything. It's just at the end of 12th grade, they wanted me to go to summer school, and I just said, "Fuck this." I didn't want to go. I skipped a lot of classes. I just didn't try. I didn't give. I mean, I do suck. I don't do well with teaching and not with teaching. I can actually teach things, but I mean, I don't do well with like learning things that I don't want to learn and all these just certain things, complicated stuff. I just don't do well with it. I have too much ADD. What are we trying to major in?
My biggest issue was like normal classes, like general education. You know, like more fucking math courses and history and science courses were hard. You know, like I didn't want to do them, but like my specific, like to my degree, I was perfect at, you know, that's the problem is you have to take more fucking general education classes.
Yeah. I don't like those. I don't like that stuff. I think that's why when I got to college, I was way better. Like I have 2 semesters of like A's. Like, and I just hold those high. That's my biggest accomplishment is I got a couple A's in the first 2 semesters of college.
I mean, me too.
Yeah, I mean that was it, and then I was out. But I went to college for TV and radio, so it wasn't work. But the only thing was, like, I don't know, it just wasn't work. It was like editing, digital media stuff and doing broadcasting and things like that. None of that was work. And what happened was, when I got the internship in Boston at the Red Sox with the Nesson, I got the internship over there. And then what happened was, I liked that so much I didn't want to go back to school. So then I got then I got an internship at a college, and then I started working for them, and then working on their crew, and then I commentated a few hockey games, and I don't know, I'm an idiot. I was like, let me do this instead of school. I'm just gonna leave school now, because I felt like I wasn't learning anything. Do you know, like, they were just teaching me like the same things I already knew. They were like, this is a spectrometer, like this is a spectral graph. This is how you white balance a camera. These are, this is digital tape. This is real tape, reel to reel tape. This is photography. This is ISO. This is lens flare. This is these settings, those settings. I'm like, I've already done all this, like, for my whole life. Like, what the fuck is this? And I didn't care about being a director of anything anymore. I didn't want to be a film director anymore. So then all the stuff they talked about with film, stuff like that, I don't know what it was. I just kind of like zoned out again.
Well, I can tell you, I'm kind of I'm a similar boat. This happened recently because I took an internship this past summer with the degree I was doing. And after I took the internship, I was like, fuck, I don't want to go back. Like, that was much better, I learned more doing that internship than I ever fucking did in school. So I stopped, There's no reason to go back after that.
And now, can you imagine nowadays? Now there's like a super amount of lazy people. Anybody who wants to get into like radio or TV and stuff like that. Now it's even worse, because now if it doesn't work out, I'll just go on YouTube. I'll just start a YouTube. I'll just start, something like that. So they got another out, when really even I should have stuck with it. But I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been a lot of money. And I would recommend, instead of doing that, if you just really want to get on the radio or really want to get into broadcasting somewhere, I'd almost recommend, if you can't do school really, I would more recommend those like little colleges, or those little, not colleges, but those little like
trade schools.
Yeah, like the little, like the radio and TV trade school, like, because what happens is you end up meeting all the professors there and stuff, or whatever, the teachers, the people, and I think through connections, you can get yourself probably hired through them, through connections. But I'd make sure that that's true. I'd make sure that whatever school you went to was like, that people that were good here, when they graduated, they got a job somewhere. You don't want to show up and be like, oh, I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and then have the radio place just laugh at you like, yeah, we don't hire people from there. That's... So
you need to build the proper connections at the school too. Like, if they have internship opportunities, take them,
Exactly, yeah, because they'll like you. And then if you're good, you're good. And then some people aren't. They're like, it seems like everybody that went there, like 70% of the people that wanted to be on TV were all introverts. So they ended up being the guys that run the audio boards, or the guys that cut film, or the producers in the background. So many people became that. And it was only a rare group of people in the TV classes and radio classes who actually had the voice or had the presence and wanted to be talent. So I started thinking that I was in the wrong place. I was like, all right, they're teaching us more how to be the camera operator than they're teaching me how to be the talent. And the place that teaches you how to be the talent is journalism schools. And this wasn't a journalism school, but they also weren't really... It's just weird. It just felt like I was never doing the thing I wanted to do. They were teaching me the behind the scenes stuff that I already knew. And I don't know, I just never felt like it was working out that well. Connecticut School of Broadcasting, Zach McNulty goes, fuck CSB. Did you go there? He must have gone there. I got my broadcasting degree from CSB, and they still haven't done shit. See, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Zach, I got to tell you something, man. I wish I met you before, so I could have told you this. At CBS Radio, I was in there one day doing something, and at CBS Radio, a guy submitted his application for the job, and he goes, where do you go to college? And the guy said, oh, Connecticut School of Broadcasting. They all started laughing. So right away, you're up against it. So unless they like you first, and they go, wow, this guy's great. I like that guy. We got to hire him. Where did he go to school? Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Oh, man. But you know what? He's good, man. You know what? I like him, though. Come on. Let's hire him. So they have to meet you first. But if they've never met you or don't care about you and you just apply and then they see Connecticut School of Broadcasting, they're all going to laugh. They're all like, and they may all be fighting with each other. One of them might have gone to Northeastern. One of them might have gone to BU. But they're all like, they feel like they're the real guys, which they have a right to. They went to a 4-year college. So they're all like, oh, he's a BU guy. Oh, he's a Northeast guy. Fuck him. You know, we fight, but they respect each other. When they hear Connecticut School of Broadcasting, it's like they literally go, ugh, one of those, you know, 90% placement, my ass, he says. Yeah, they really pride themselves on placement. You know what they do well with placement on is the behind the scenes jobs. The like, you know, the guy fucking like editing tape or a lot of, they get a lot of people placed in logging tape. We don't really log tape anymore, but you know what I mean, logging, like time stamping digital video and things like that. So you're doing all this fucking work. Yeah, you'll never come out of, I don't think you'll come out of Connecticut School of Broadcasting and just pop right up on the radio. You know, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, that's a hard field to get into now anyway, right? Like, it's not easy anymore to get into that stuff.
It's not that easy, but also, you know, you gotta be good. Like, you just, it's like anything else. It's like, yeah, you need to have a degree or whatever, but you really need to be good. Like, you need to have a voice. You need to be able to talk about anything. You need to be able to whatever. And then you need to be able to work off the air and come up with bits and come up with stuff and terms and create ratings. And then you have to be able to be just like, it's kind of like when you work at a store and every second they're telling you, oh, we're rearranging the store again, the diagram or whatever you call it. And it's like you're just trying to run your store, sell the product, meet the customers, count the money, do all the things the right way. But you constantly have to worry about changing what the store looks like because of corporate, or changing the policies, or someone quit again and you got to hire them. There's all that behind the scenes stuff you have to do as a radio host that you don't know about. And when you get paid $28,000 to do it, or $24,000 a year to do it, you're like, wow, this is actually a lot of goddamn work. And you don't get paid a whole lot for it to begin. I mean, I wish, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I could do, because I always just felt like I could do it anyway. You know what I mean? So I just figured, I mean, only because of YouTube. I was like, if I could just get out there, I feel like I could entertain people enough on my own without, you know, needing to do this. But, you know, I don't know. I think our shows would be really good on Sirius Satellite. I think we would really shock the shit out of those people, but that's, you know, neither here. I mean, they don't care, I guess. Right now they've got these boring shows over there. They need to get younger. They need to start getting people to realize, like, they need to start getting the YouTube audience and the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds to start being like, I'm going to grab a Sirius Satellite Radio because these guys are nuts over there. I got to listen to that. And they don't do that. They still have, like, Howard Stern interviewing people now, and he's boring. He's not the old Howard. And, you know, like, Sam Roberts is about as entertaining as a ball sack. And
Howard just fucking, he just stomps over everybody when they're talking now. Like, he'll steamroll them, it seems like.
Well, because he's only on now for like 3 hours for 3 days. So he's like, I'm going to get my voice in. And Robin, just shut up, you know?
Yeah. Shut it.
I listen, I like Howard, but it's just like, you know, obviously it's not the same show, which is okay. It's not the same show. He wants to just interview people. I'm not going to bash him and turn my back on somebody I've always liked. But I mean, yeah, it's a different show. It's not a big deal. He's still Howard. Idea Maker 6161, thank you for subbing to the channel, man. What's up? Welcome to Corrupted Nation. If you guys want to support what I do, make sure you go over to Patreon. We have 391 patrons and counting, and you'll be able to hear the Corrupted podcast live tonight for just $1 a month. Now, there's a lot of people over there at the $25 mark and above. A couple $100 patrons, a couple $50 patrons, and so shout out to them. But for the people that don't have a lot of money at all and really don't have a lot of money, you know, we didn't want to make it too much money, so it's not even $5, it's $1. So if you're somebody who, you know, wants to do $10 and get the VIP stuff, that would really be awesome. But if you're somebody struggling, hopefully $1 a month, you know, isn't too big a deal. If it's entertaining, it's usually, you know, an hour and a half to 3.5 hours a week, and there's over 100-something episodes. So it's you can help the show, but also don't break your bank account, I guess. And there's my plug, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Also, TitleMatchWrestlingNetwork.com. Use coupon code Cronin, and you'll get 50% off of your TitleMatchWrestling.net subscription, which will make it like $5 a month for 3 months, and there's thousands of shit to watch. It's just nuts. Jason Ellis is on Sirius. I don't know who he is. You have to tell me about that. I don't know about that. Zach, Zach, anytime you want to come on, dude, come on. If you guys want to come on now, man.
Oh, we do have somebody in hold, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. It's King Style 96. Let's drag King over here. If you guys want to come on Discord, jump on over here. The Discord link I put in the chat, it's in the description box down below. And also, the donations are on, too. If anybody wants to drop any dollars, you could do that as well. Let's just go over here to Discord. What's up, King?
What's up, Joe? How are you?
I am doing sexy right now. I'm having this coffee. It's starting to wake me up. I feel like it's 3 p.m. It's
That's
7.
great. I had 2 cups of coffee earlier myself.
Jesus. I mean,
I wanted to ask you about the voiceover stuff.
Okay, yeah.
The voiceover work.
Uh-huh.
Because here's the thing. I went to New York the other day to go to that Shaolin Temple place I told you before, and I did.
All right.
I'm planning to go back pretty soon to go and go to a school called Edge Studio, and there's like a voiceover artist who did anime English dubs.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
you said you need connections. So if I were to go to the Connecticut Broadcasting School, like you said, they would laugh at me, right?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I just know that that's happened. I've seen that happen multiple times, including Zach McNulty in the chat who's telling us the same thing. Now, I don't know Zach really off the top of my head. I don't know if he, I don't know what his goals are. Like, let's say you don't have a good voice and you're not entertaining, and all you want to do is be on the radio. If you're not, you may never get hired. But maybe if you wanted to do something, whether it's switchboard or editing or producing or helping or even an internship or something, if he's not even getting any of that either, that's kind of weird, to be honest. So I would start research.
Yeah,
I would research it the best you could. But I would say Connecticut School of Broadcasting, I would be careful. I'd almost rather you do 2 years of an associate's degree somewhere, almost maybe. But I would research it now, because also remember, things have changed since 2006 and 4. So maybe,
yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, you're hearing from
the
me,
dude that does the.
No, you're hearing from me about 2004 and 6. So who knows if things are different?
Yeah, because the dude did like a lot of anime English dubs, right? He did Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, he did. He played the main character, and he also played Knuckles from the Sonic X anime. He played Knuckles. So I was like, man, if I can learn from him, like voiceover work, like audiobooks or whatever, or even anime stuff, he can get me connections.
Now, yeah, but that's only if he has connections too. So you got to remember that, that basically it's like wrestling school. Like an old-time wrestler can't get hired anymore, so then he opens up a business. Is there a reason why he's doing that and not just working in the business? Or is this guy actively still working in the business and also teaching? So there are those things to look at. Is he still actively in the business, or did he get successful for a second and now he's using that?
Kinda is, kinda isn't. The reason why I'm saying that is because like 10 years ago, like he was married and his wife tragically passed away from childbirth. So, but the children survived. The twins survived.
Jeez.
So he had to give up voice acting kinda because the bills, you can't support 2 children on that. Like English anime dubs, they don't make money.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
They don't make enough money.
So
he had to become a teacher.
Connections is huge with that. So yeah, that makes sense. My dad did that too because he taught at he taught college, and then he also had the job, that he had in engineering. But yeah, with voiceover, it is about connections. It's kind of like you really want to be. To be honest, I'll tell you this. To be honest, if you want to be in voiceover, which is something I've always wanted to do, and I have done some, but it's hard to get jobs because there's so many good people out there doing it. Like, it's amazing. So, like, you have to have the best equipment, and then you have to be talented, and then you have to be good at turnaround time and being a people person, and then you have to know people. So it's like all these things, because you could have a studio that sounds amazing, and you could be the biggest audiophile ever, and if you don't start getting traction or meeting people. So I would recommend you definitely, like, whoever does voiceover, if you want to do voiceover.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Oh, shit.
Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly. Bubbly.
Rumor Connor wants to fight Floyd against Up Joe.
Michael Sachs, what's going on, man? Thank you, Michael. I bet he does want to fight Floyd again. Probably Khabib and Floyd. No, you want to move to L.A. You just have to live in L.A. Like, I'm dead serious.
Because there's also a dude from L.A. called, his name is Crispin Freeman. He also teaches voiceover work.
Yeah.
But that's pretty far, that's far from me because I'm in the East Coast. And there's a dude in Texas, too, also teaching, Chuck Huber.
I would, if it's not too much, I would think about taking a course or, like, training and whatever. But once you have that training or once you feel like you have something, I would, like, anybody listening, I would go to L.A. Like, I would go to L.A. And here's the thing. You got to be a people person. Like, I'm a very, like, I'm so social, and I've done sales my whole life. I love it. If I didn't have a family, and I may still even do this, but if I didn't have a family, I would go to L.A., and I would spend my time talking to people. Like, I'm dead serious about this because I do this now. When I'm a weird person. Leah, my wife, is so introvert and I'm so extrovert. It's weird. No matter what I'm doing somewhere, I'll just start conversations with people constantly. Like, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know how that is. My car sucks too. I got stuck, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, right? Like, what's up with these ones? And I'm like, yeah. And the next thing you know, you're talking to someone, then they like you, and then you like them, and you're talking. If you do that in L.A. and then find a way to work in what you do, especially if you think you're talking to someone famous or you're talking to somebody who has a connection, chances are in Los Angeles you're going to run into people that work in the industry constantly. So the best thing to do is start a conversation with everybody, and anybody that you meet that's a regular. If you work as a waitress or waiter, and there's somebody that comes in who enjoys you, eventually you may not even know what they do. But eventually, always slip in what you do. Slip in that I do voiceovers. Like, so, it must be rough for you working. Like, how is it working here on a Friday night? It seems like it's just crazy. I'm sure you're having a tough time tonight. Oh, no.
Have samples, too, just in case.
Yeah, have everything ready and just be like, well, yeah, I do. I work from home, too. I do, so I do this. And then when I go home, I do my voiceover work. And when I'm doing voiceover stuff, it's a lot, it kind of calms me down. And now the person goes, you do voiceover work? Well, I work for Paramount. And we're casting right now. You should apply to that. They'll just tell you that. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, well, geez, I would love to. I've been doing commercials and stuff like that, and I've got time to do it. That would be great. Yeah, well, this is for a Disney movie or whatever. Like, and you're just like, and the next thing you know, you're hired. That's how fucking people get hired. If you're listening to this right now, anybody, like, that's how you do it.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Number one, they already like you. They like you. And number two, now they find out they have a connection to you. They want to help you then. That's how you meet people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was planning, I'm sorry. My bad, Joe.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't talking. I think Discord just made a noise.
Yeah, Discord made a stinker. Yeah, so I was planning on doing, camera work or, theater work. So that way when I, just in case, I be a jack of all trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way if I'm not getting regular, theater or film work, like TV or movie, I can fall back on voiceover work for commercials or, cartoons or what have you, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why, I think a lot of people don't go into just doing voiceover. You're trying to do the other things, too.
And also, I'm planning on trying to be a pro wrestler, too.
I'd put that on the third back burner. I
But
would say.
with those abilities, like literally, I want to learn like literally theater work so I can be able to cut a promo easily.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you want to go to theater school or
improv?
I want to
do improv.
I want to do improv. I want to be able to get into character. That sounds so douchey.
That's awesome. I like that.
Sounds so douchey, but you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
You know, get in the zone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got you.
And like literally get into the rhythm, that broken rhythm, and just feel, great.
Right.
And not fumble on my words, not end up like Sid, right?
Yeah, right. Well, we're
live, pal.
Yeah, you got to. You just have to be super confident, like kind of know before what you're saying, like what you're going for, and then just go off the cuff and be super confident. Like it's like I think I do better on the fly. I need to study more on like learning lines and knowing lines. That's my struggle. My struggle is memorizing something that has to be done a certain way. That's what I struggle with. I'm the opposite where. If you tell me to just get up on stage and whatever, like that would be easier than me learning things.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I have a friend who's in the entertainment industry, right?
Yeah.
He does voiceover works, but it's like small parts for like anime.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah, it is cool. Like I met him online, and he's in Texas. He told me all the tips, like literally the demo reels, the headshots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally go to school for it, like you said, Joe.
Yeah, oh yeah. So,
and dude, I'm such a... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just always tell people, like, make sure you study up on the school you're going to, make sure you really know that the school, is going to get taken seriously. I would even go as far as to calling places that hire and tell them that you're going to be going to college. What do they think about the college? And this is stuff nobody does, by the way, and they don't teach you in high school or teach you in school. Literally call the places you want to work. Hi, this is whatever fucking CBS, like Sound Studio 7, like we're whatever. And you go, hey, listen, you guys hire voiceover actors, right? Yes, but we're not actively looking. Put your resume. No, none of that. I just want to ask you something. And then ask them right there. I'm going to college and I want to know, like, is there a college that you guys have preference to or not? Is there somebody I could speak to? Because I'm planning out and they'll think that's weird. They'll be like, what? That's weird. But like, seriously, like, and then you may get on the phone. Dude, the world is so weird. It's all comes down to communication. It's you can get hired 60% off communication over skills. Like, I could get hired probably if I did some of these things. And I just said I've been doing voiceovers for years, but I don't go to school for it. But I bought a house doing it. And I could just and they don't know that I did a live YouTube show where people donated and people became patrons. But I do voice work and radio stuff, and I'm all these things. But I'm looking to know where's a good school to go to. I want to begin again. And you never know when someone's going to be like, you actually sound pretty good. I mean, what can you do now? And you never know when someone's going to throw that at you. Like, well, what about working right now? So just always ask questions in these.
Yeah.
And where should I not go to school? And they might tell you. They might say, like, yeah, if you want to get into this, make sure you take this type of course wherever. It doesn't matter. But we do hire a lot of people from Cornell, or we hire a lot of people from Boston University or from whatever the fuck. So now you're like, okay, cool, that's not like a hated school. But if you called radio stations and said, do you take people from Connecticut School of Broadcasting? How many people do you take from Connecticut School of Broadcasting? And fucking find out. And they might be like, well, we have 2 interns right now. Well, but do you have anybody who's working there? Well, no, this guy went here, this guy went there, and they start throwing colleges out that you haven't heard of. Well, now like, oh, that's the way I should probably go.
Dude, that's so cool because I'm in such a great mood right now because, Joe, I earlier, right? I won a fucking contest that I never entered.
What? What are you talking about?
No, I won a contest. I won like prizes, right?
Yeah. But you didn't enter it. Like, what do you mean?
What I mean, right?
Yeah.
You know the publishing clearinghouse?
Oh, yeah. Publishers Clearinghouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
You won the Publishers Clearinghouse?
I won.
What did you win?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did you win?
I fucking won. I won. I'm serious. No, dude. I swear to you. I won. I'm not lying, dude.
Oh my god. What did you win though?
Let lightning strike me down if I'm lying. I'm serious.
What did you win though? What do you win for that now? You win a house?
I went over like $1,000.
Oh, you won over $1,000 grand?
Yeah, 500.
500 grand? You can't even get the number right. Come on, man.
No, it was two prizes because basically,
yeah,
it was a constellation prize, right?
A constellation like the stars?
You know, like if you didn't win the big prize.
But are you okay?
Are you on drugs right now? Can I just like
Seriously?
You were making so much sense, but now you've gone into like, did the DMT just kick in? Like, what the fuck is happening?
No. You know the secondary prize if you lose the big one.
Oh my God, Dickie Noss in the chat goes, this guy won a birth defect.
No.
Okay, go ahead. No, yeah, you won the be careful with that because there's a big scam with that where they tell you won the runner-up. Do you realize that?
All right, dude. I'll because somebody told me like, dude, you got to do research on it. So,
dude, you just think about what you just said. Joe, I just won something I didn't even enter. Right there, that's the red flag.
Yeah.
Are you seriously on drugs?
Oh my God!
But if it's publishing clearinghouse, how would it be a scam though?
Because that's how they make all that money.
Are you retarded?
It's a publishers clearinghouse is like a mega scam. Like they get like 800,000 people to give them like $50, and then every once in a while they say they give away something. It's a big scam thing.
Hey, dude, it's a scam?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. If you didn't enter the contest, but they tell you win $1,000 as a consolation prize, you're fucking either your computer's hacked right now, or your bank account is, or they're gonna steal your shoes or something. Something is going on. I know because I got those same emails when I was like 20, and I thought the same thing for a second. I went, did I win something? And then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, it's one of those bullshit fucking. They almost got me.
Oh, they got you.
They almost got me
too.
Sounds like they got you maybe, but they almost got me. They almost got me. It was close.
Joe, I gotta head off.
Okay,
for having me on.
I'll see you, dummy. I'll
See ya.
Yo,
one dummy for another.
Hey, Drew.
Testicle Festival.
Oh man, I'm gonna die, man.
Well, I'm gonna do research on the voiceover stuff. I will ask many people.
Yes, ask as many people as you can. Do YouTube, search around, try to figure out what's going on right now. I also I know a couple guys, but they don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, they're professionals. The guy that you hear do some of my intros. So I know two guys. Do you know the guy from Screen Junkies who does the voiceovers, the Terminator, like that guy?
Yes, the guy who Screen Junkies,
the guy that does
dude.
He does my intro, the fucking Jeremy, whatever his name is. He does the voiceovers. Yes. He sounds like this.
Listening to the Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude. The Joe Cronin Show is brought to you by WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com.
That guy, I know him. So
was he trying to go for the Duke Nukem voice almost?
Well, to believe it or not, he is the guy who's done lots of trailers. He's done a lot of trailers, a lot of videos, a lot of trailers. Does honest trailers on YouTube. Does a lot of things. But yeah, it sounds kind of like Duke Nukem-ish, but I don't know.
Yeah, like John St. John.
Yeah, John St. John.
You want to play? Because it's time. There'll never be another Duke Nukem video game, so I'm gonna blow women to hell.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Excuse me, Reverend John St. John.
Reverend John St. John, I now pronounce you man and dead.
Yeah, not quite Duke Nukem, but more like the Transformer, like the voice of Optimus Prime. Kind of sounds like that guy, right? Because that's a different guy, I think.
Use the coupon code Joe sent me for 10% off
Peter,
the month.
Peter Collins.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And then there's another guy who does the voiceover for me, and he's a voiceover guy too. And if you search voiceover guys, like professionally, you'll see people have web pages, and they have like samples of all kinds of things, and they're doing every commercial you can think of. It's wild. Yeah, this is one of the guys who does one of my voiceovers.
Over 50 million views. Who cares? You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
That's another guy. He does voiceovers. He's done hundreds of voiceovers for commercials. You heard him on the radio. So many things. But Kings, man, I'm going to move on, and I'll let you go, man. But let me know how you do, man. I'll be curious to see what happens. No doubt.
Before you hang me up, I was going to say this.
Yeah.
That Edge Studio place, they had this thing for $50 to investigate.
Oh.
So it's like you just pay $50 to check it out.
That's not too bad. I might think about that. Oh, my kids are coming down. Hey, what's up?
So I'm gonna check into that.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know what happens, man.
So
no doubt.
Take care, Joe.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, I'll call in.
I hate to run. Yeah, call in later. Call in later, bro. I got to shout it out, man. SOCOM Castle, welcome back to Patreon. Well, he's been on Patreon. He didn't leave. He's been a $5 patron, but he just became a $25 producer level. So thank you so much, man. Thanks to SOCOM Castle, man. It's good to have you back, SOCOM, at the $25 pledge on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And thank you to Dion Melton, too. And now we're going to go to the Skype. Unknown caller on Skype.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
No, I'm just excited about the fight tonight. But I had a question.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be Connor's way of like trying to work himself back up, and then he'll fight Khabib again? That's what they're making their way towards?
Yeah, I think he's going to try to beat this guy tonight and then work his way back up. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what he wants to do.
Okay, now I have another question.
Okay, yeah.
Who do you think hits harder, Connor or the black guy that hit his wife's pussy?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Drew's... Oh, my God, no. Drew's wife? No!
Ooh, oh, I can't come. Ooh.
Testicle Festival.
Oh, my God. We got the cowboy tonight. The cowboy, baby. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I will be live on my other channel tonight, Joe Cronin Show, talking about the fight and hanging out, and we'll have a good time before the Corrupted podcast on Patreon tonight. So I will see you guys over there. Everybody, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in a couple hours on Joe Cronin Show. Make sure you guys come over there, and we'll have a good time, man. So see you there. You guys can hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod. And I will see you on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show tonight. Download the Patreon app for free. Over 30 hours a month on Patreon, not heard on YouTube. And I'll be live from the Joe Cronin Show channel around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Probably around 9 or 10 or 11. Or 12 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Nah, probably around 9 or 10 tonight. And then the Corrupted podcast live at 1 a.m. tonight, East Coast time, Eastern time. Technically, it's Sunday morning, really, to be honest. Thanks to everybody who called in on Discord. Oh, wait, Hunter, you want to be on, man? I'm sorry, bro. Hunter, you want to be on? Sorry, Hunter, if I missed you. I'll hit me up tonight, Hunter. We'll get you on. What up, ringside?